Alien Trilogy, released in 1996 by Probe Entertainment and published by Acclaim Entertainment. This first-person shooter stands as a gritty tribute to the first three films of the Alien franchise, weaving their iconic settings, creatures, and oppressive atmosphere into a single, adrenaline-fueled experience crafted for the PS1's hardware. While it doesn't strictly adapt the movie's plots, it borrows heavily from their aesthetics and lore to create an original narrative that pits players against the relentless xenomorph threat in a sprawling, interconnected campaign. Now, you assume the role of Lieutenant Ellen Ripley, the battle-hardened survivor synonymous with the Alien series, depicted with a hybrid design. So they are sporting the head from Alien 3, but wearing the combat gear and green jacket reminiscent of her Aliens portrayal. I don't believe that they got the rights for Sigourney Weaver's likeness, hence the compromise. The game's story begins on LV-426, the desolate planet central to Aliens, where Ripley arrives as part of a colonial marine squad dispatched to investigate the Hadley's Hope colony after it goes silent. The mission quickly turns into a massacre as xenomorphs ambush the team, wiping out all but Ripley and the android Bishop, who takes refuge in an armoured personnel carrier. Outside the colony, from the grim starting point, Ripley becomes a one-woman army, guided by text-based mission briefings from Bishop via her comms. Her overarching goal is to exterminate the alien infestation, uncover the Weyland-Yutani Corporation's sinister involvement, and escape with her life. The game unfolds across three distinct chapters, each drawing inspiration from one of the film settings, though it remixes their timelines and events into a cohesive, if loose, narrative arc. The first chapter plunges you into the sprawling derelict colony complex of LV-426, a labyrinth of industrial corridors, control rooms, and alien-encrusted hive zones straight out of Aliens. Here, Ripley battles through waves of xenomorphs to reach the Alien Queen's subterranean lair, setting explosive charges to destroy the nest in the nod to the film's climax. The second chapter shifts to Fury 161, the bleak prison planet from Alien 3, where she navigates a decaying foundry, claustrophobic cell vents, and ventilation shafts. This section introduces dog-like xenomorphs spawned from the canine hosts and pits Ripley against Weyland-Yutani soldiers, some infected with chestbursters, others just loyal to the corporation's shadowy agenda. The final chapter transports you to the eerie biomechanical derelict spacecraft from Alien, a maze of organic tunnels and fossilized structures. This climactic act culminates in a showdown with another alien queen, followed by a desperate escape as the ship self-destructs. The game wraps up with Ripley and Bishop fleeing in a dropship to the Sulaco, where she enters hypersleep, only for a haunting epilogue to show the narcissist drifting in space, a facehugger lurking on board, and teasing the endless cycle of her nightmare. Gameplay in Alien Trilogy mirrors the fast-paced run-and-gun style of pioneering FPS titles like Doom and Wolfenstein 3D, which clearly shaped its design, armed with an arsenal drawn from the films, starting with a basic pistol and then expanding all the way up to the pulse rifle, shotgun, flamethrower, smart gun, several grenades, and seismic survey charges. Now, Ripley must complete a variety of mission objectives across 30 levels, roughly 10 per chapter. These tasks range from eliminating a specific number of enemies to collecting key cards, activating terminals, or planting explosives, all while scavenging for ammo, health packs, and battery power for night vision goggles and shoulder lamps scattered across the maps. The HUD features a motion tracker that is, of course, a homage to Aliens, which pings with its iconic bleep to signal nearby threats, adding a layer of tactical paranoia. Enemies are diverse and relentless. Facehuggers leap at your face, draining health if they latch on. Chestbursters skitter across the floor. Warrior xenomorphs charge with slashing claws. Dog aliens dart with feral agility, and of course, Terroring Queen serve as multi-stage boss fights requiring precise targeting of weak points. Human foes, Weyland-Yutani guards, scientists, and infected personnel further complicate encounters, wielding shotguns or pistols, and occasionally dropping valuable supplies when defeated. Now, the PS1 version excels at replicating the Alien franchise, oppressive atmosphere, a feat achieved through its level design, sound, and pacing. Environments are drenched in shadow with flickering lights, hissing steam vents, and grotesque alien hive resin-coated walls and floors. Now, the first chapter's colony features metallic catwalks, computer terminals, and cavernous hangars, while Fury 161 Prison offers rusted pipes, barred cells, and blood-streaked halls. The derelict ship in the final act is a standout, with its Geiger-inspired biomechanical curves and pulsating otherworldly ambience. The soundtrack, composed of eerie synth drones and industrial beats, amplifies the dread punctuated by xenomorph shrieks, the pulse rifle's staccato roar, and Bishop's robotic mission updates. Graphically, the game employs 3D polygonal environments paired with 2D sprite-based enemies. Graphically, the game employs 3D polygonal environments paired with 2D sprite-based enemies, a common technique for the era, while the levels boast impressive detail for 1996 with interactive elements like exploding barrels and destructible crates. The sprites can look jagged up close, and texture warping betrays the PS1's limitations. Controls too reflect the time. Movement is tank-like, forward and back with strafing via the shoulder buttons, and aiming lacks the precision of modern dual analog setups, often requiring players to stop and align shots manually. The Alien Trilogy is a single-player affair on the PS1, unlike the MS-DOS version's multiplayer options, but it does offer replayability through a training mode to practice combat and a suite of cheat codes such as I got pink acid boots on, with a couple of ones and a couple of eights thrown in there for invincibility, and of course all weapons, or give me some ammo, or infinite ammo unlocked via the password system. Difficulty scales sharply with sparse resources and unpredictable enemy spawns, depending both skill and patience. The game's 30 levels vary in length and complexity, from tight, enemy-packed corridors to sprawling mazes that can frustrate with their lack of clear direction. A critique level for some reviewers at the time. Still, the sheer volume of content, paired with its film-faithful aesthetic, gives it a meaty feel for a mid-90s shooter. Upon release, Alien Trilogy garnered strong praise, earning Electronic Gaming's monthly Game of the Month for its PS1 debut, and accolades for its depth and immersion. Critics lauded its ability to battle the Alien film's terror. Few games of the era captured the xenomorph's menace so vividly, and its robust weapon selection and enemy variety stood out against contemporaries. However, it wasn't without its flaws. Some dismissed it as a Doom clone with an alien skin, pointing to its derivative mechanics, occasionally repetitive level design, and a story that serves more as a framework than a compelling tale. The PS1 version also suffered from minor slowdown in busy scenes, and a lack of polish compared to later FPS titles like GoldenEye 007. For all its rough edges though, Alien Trilogy on the PS1 remains a standout relic of the 90s gaming, a visceral, atmospheric shooter that channels the Alien universe's dread and action into a format fans could experience at home. It's a punishing, nostalgic journey through Ripley's endless war against the xenomorphs, blending survival horror with arcade-style gunplay. For players willing to embrace its dated quirks, it is a time capsule of the mid-90s FPS design and a worthy companion to the films that inspired it, delivering heart-pounding encounters in a world where no one can hear you scream. So what do you think? Did you play Aliens Trilogy when it was released? What are your thoughts? Should this classic get a remaster for the modern day, and is it worth picking up in 2025? Comment below, let me know, and of course, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends, and this is Cajun GR signing off.